One turned wrenches, one broke bone. Yeah. Both occasionally break the rules. Maintainer and defender, scars we don't show. Blood from the war still stuck in our soul. Truth in the glass for the nights we don't sleep. Warriors of whiskey for the brothers we keep. Warriors and whiskey. Steel and smoke don't test me. Warriors and whiskey. Built from grit, not pretty. Crack the bottle, lock it in, let's go!
What's up, guys? I'm Matt.
And I'm Hayden.
This is Warriors and Whiskey Real Talk Podcast. Another one, brother.
Another one, bro.
Yeah, man.
Another one bites the dust.
Yeah. So we say this every week.
Every time.
But I'm looking forward to this one, too.
Yeah. I look forward to a lot of them. All of them, actually, so far. And I think
for sure.
as we've progressed and ironed out some of the kinks,
Yeah.
it's definitely gotten a lot easier. So I feel like it makes it more fun.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, there's still a little bit level of rush around to get ready. Like just now, we were waiting on a cord.
Yeah.
Didn't come in yet. And then as soon as we sit down to start filming,
it was there.
it was at the front door.
It was here.
So,
Yeah.
Reset.
Yep. Yep.
But that's how it is, you know?
No, and I've gotten to where I look forward to filming.
Yeah.
It's just fun. So I hope you guys are having as much fun as we are, because we're absolutely having a damn blast.
Yeah.
So we got some interesting bottles up front today.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
Got the couple of horse soldiers, which they kind of tie into the topic we got today. Topic today is we're going to discuss location.
Yeah.
Title: Location, 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 and we'll just talk a little bit about some of the places we've been stationed at, some of the places we've been sent, favorite states. Yeah. Maybe some traveling, just different things, and
yeah.
I think that's always an interesting conversation for people to hear about other spots. You know, maybe they thought about visiting.
Yeah. Well, you're going to talk about places you've been stationed. I'm going to talk about two places I've been stationed, but a lot of places that I've been TDY and deployed.
See, you got a lot more TDY.
So it's a different, different perspective from both of us, which I think is really cool.
Yeah.
That, we've been in the same Air Force, and we came in, give or take the same era, right? Mm-hmm. The same time frame. But our careers look vastly different.
Yeah.
You got a big dumb crew chief, and then
big dumb cop,
a pipe hitter, and you put us together. What could go wrong?
Yeah.
What could go wrong, right? Let's talk about these bottles a little.
Yeah,
bit.
Brother.
So the two horse soldiers on the ends, these are interesting bottles. There's a history behind them. So these were created. I'm going to read a little bit because I don't have a good memory. My brain has been fried too many times, but it's an award-winning whiskey, and it was crafted by U.S. Army Special Forces vets, famously known as the horse soldiers.
Yeah.
Who entered Afghanistan on horseback after 9/11. And it was 2016. The brand features authentic, non-chill filtered small batch bourbon, with bottles often produced from metal salvaged from ground zero.
Yeah.
Metal salvaged from ground zero. I said metal.
Did you?
I'm a dum-dum. It'll be all right. Really super cool. So we have the signature small batch, which is on the right.
And that bottle you actually have signed by two of the founders, right?
Yes. Yeah, I do. I don't know. It's super special. We actually got the bottles from the liquor store that we go to a lot in town. That's where I got, because I have another bottle that's signed too. And super cool because they were actually here. They were actually in the area.
I remember that.
And because I remember Kane, I feel like we always bring this dude up.
Well, he's pretty big bourbon influence on us.
Yeah,
the time
he was
here.
And he hooked, he hooked us up and told us about that they were in town. So went and picked up a couple bottles that they signed, which is super cool. Like, I'm never going to crack that bottle.
Yeah, I have a signed one at my house too, and it's the same. I have the small batch.
Yeah.
And I'll never open that one either.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the other one I have is the barrel proof.
Yeah.
That's the signature one, if I recall. I don't know.
I've tasted that one. It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's the higher
Proof.
higher proof. Yeah, I think it's like 116, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, 113 and 128 are the barrel proofs. So we got the signature small batch, which is a little bit higher proof. It's a 108. Which I really love. I have another bottle of the same one, just not signed, that I've had. So it's a good pour.
Yeah.
And then we got the straight bourbon, which we're going to be having.
Yep.
And it's a little lower proof. Probably not a bad thing.
No,
considering
it's good.
we get a little thirsty. And as the whiskey flows, we get a little loosey goosey.
Yeah.
So
now I like the story behind it. A lot of you out there who may not know, you probably recognize them from the movie 12 Strong.
Yeah.
I think wasn't that what it was
Yep,
called?
12 Strong. Yep.
Great movie. Of course, they Hollywooded it up and they changed a little bit of the timelines and stuff like that. But overall, the story is tied to the individuals who started this company. And I love it. And I love the fact, like you said, some of the stuff, how they make the bottles and whatnot is I want to say it was the forums that they use for some of the stuff.
Yeah.
Comes from the metal salvage from
it
Ground
was
Zero.
from the metal
And I know the only thing with these bottles that's not made in America is the cork, because we don't have cork trees in the United States.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing that's outsourced. Everything else is made in America. Yep. So I'm going to crack this one.
Go ahead, man. Yeah, go ahead. Pour yourself first, and then I'll grab some.
And I like the label, dude.
They're so cool.
Yeah.
I've acquired or bought basically 2 of every bottle, so I can have one that I'm never going to open, and as a display bottle. And then there you go. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Why not? When in Rome. And then I have one that I drink.
Yeah.
So I really enjoy collecting.
So do I, and that's a lot of the bottles that I have nowadays.
Yeah.
Especially if I could find a unique one, right? Like the signed one that I have.
Yeah.
I want to have it for just like kind of a collector's item.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, especially like the 2 signed ones I have, I'm never going to open. But I have bought unsigned bottles of those same, that same whiskey.
Yeah.
So that we can have some. So cheers, brother.
Cheers, brother.
Yep.
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers, guys.
That's pretty good. For a lower proof. Yeah.
Super smooth. Yeah.
So
I was kind of reading about like the mash bill, and it's 65% corn, 30% rye, which is actually pretty high rye for a non-rye whiskey. And then it's 5% barley. So, which kind of makes sense because of the sweetness on the front end. That's that sweet, corn, and they're only 5 to 6 years. So they're not an extremely mature bourbon. I'd say probably middle aged. Most people consider young bourbon 4 year, and then you get to 5 to 6, and you're getting kind of in the middle there. But super smooth.
Yeah, tastes good.
Very nice on the nose. I like it.
No, I like it a lot.
I'm not sure if I've had that one yet. Like I actually tasted it. I have a bottle. I just don't know if I've had it. I don't remember. I've
had the barrel proof.
Yeah.
And I think I've had the small batch. Somebody brought that to a bottle share. Yep. I haven't had this one either.
Yeah, I've had the barrel proof and the small batch for sure. I'm just not sure. I don't think I've had that one yet or tried it. So I appreciate you bringing that sucker over. To share, man.
Yeah, I figured it tied into the topic.
Yeah.
Military. We move around a lot, right?
Some of us do.
Some of us do. You still went TUI.
I went a lot of places, but just not PCSing. So,
but with this being tied to military members, the fact that people move around a lot, even if you don't move like necessary PC, excuse me, PCS a lot.
Yeah.
Probably moved a few times while you were at Barksdale, right?
I did.
From houses to apartments.
Yeah, different houses.
Stuff.
Yep. Because different stages of life. Because I saw from brand new airmen all the way to damn, 20-year
Yeah.
time in service master sergeant about to PCS.
Yeah.
Because I sewed on master a little late. Maybe we'll talk about that later. Won't right now.
I know the story.
Yes, you do. I don't think there's a lot we don't know about each other, but
No.
but yeah, it was interesting being in the same place for so long.
Yeah.
They say and like you said from the beginning, location, location, location. So, but military life and even it was the unknown. Because
Yes.
you can always get an assignment,
Mhm.
even as a B-52 guy. I know people that did get out of Barksdale, that did get out of Minot. Not a lot, but some did. So you just don't know. And then for me being a flying crew chief, flying, I was gone a lot,
all the time.
a whole lot. So the TDYs, I mean, just all over the place, and we'll talk about that.
I was gonna say, and that's a lot of the stuff that I love about that, right? Is traveling,
Mhm.
traveling around,
Mhm.
and that's everybody. I've got buddies on the civilian sector who they're at their house maybe 3 or 4 months out of the year,
Oh yeah.
and then the rest of the time they're all over the world.
Yep.
One of my friends, she works for a pretty reputable company, and I remember a couple years ago she was like, "Yeah, I got to go out to this country to do a seminar," and I'm like, "Wow, like good for you,
Yeah.
um,
That's pretty awesome.
getting out to see the world." And it wasn't her first time. She was actually in the military too. She was security forces as well.
Okay, so she's used to moving.
Yeah, she got out early and
Okay.
ended up starting a whole different career, and it was good for her. But yeah, the traveling aspect of it, right? I know she was fired up because she said it's like I missed that.
Yeah.
And I think that excites anybody and everybody
Oh yeah.
to go see a new place, a new state, maybe a new country, even if it's just getting 2 hours down the road and going to see a new town or
It's
city.
new.
Yeah.
It's fresh. It's exciting. It's something you haven't seen or done before.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of people will say, PCSing is stressful, which it is.
It can be.
It is, especially if you have a family. It absolutely is stressful to an extent, but it's also exciting. I think even kids and spouses, even in the mix of having all their stuff packed up, especially for younger kids, they don't really understand.
Mhm.
They're questioning. Am I going to see my things again?
Yeah.
My toys, my possessions, whatever, right? But even in all that, there's some excitement there
Mhm.
to a new place that has new opportunities, new things to see, new things to do.
Yeah.
Even coming out here in small town Cheyenne, I love it.
I do too.
I've done some things that I haven't done in a long time just because like Louisiana just wasn't the spot for it.
Yeah.
Fly fishing. I missed fly fishing. Every time I went home, I would fly fish because fly fishing is not a thing down Louisiana. I mean, fishing, bass fishing, bottom feeders, camping. Your camping time in Louisiana is minimal.
Yeah.
Because it's either too damn hot, which is 80% of the year, or it's cold and rainy.
Yeah.
None of which is fun camping. Hiking. There's no mountains down there.
Mhm.
I missed all that, so I really enjoy this part of the country
Mhm.
and what it brings.
I do too. And I know for me, like my first move, when I left home, when I joined the military, I had traveled with the family. We gone down to Florida.
Yeah,
My dad, he was in the NASCAR,
yeah.
and I in turn got into NASCAR, so we would go to
Love
some
NASCAR.
races here and there. Um, Also, like we would just travel around doing different things, camping, right?
Yeah.
Where we were at, we could be in another state within a couple minutes, and it was nice, very exciting, especially when I was a kid and the first time we went to Florida. Dude, I was pumped up. I've never been that far away from my hometown,
Mhm.
and then going down there and see everything. I was blown away just by the oak trees with the Spanish moss hanging off of them. Because I was like, it's like, it looks just like Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
Um, but the big move for me, once I did leave and eventually getting stationed at Keesler down in Mississippi, the severity of that change was crazy because I wasn't used to that weather.
Yeah.
I wasn't used
Whole
to
different part of the world.
the ocean right
Our
there,
country. Yeah.
and the fact that
Humidity.
the humidity, or you'll have a thunderstorm at least twice a day.
Oh yeah.
blows through, but it's, there and gone, and then the sun's back out. But it was fun. I really enjoyed it, Unfortunately, when I got there, it was like a year or two after Hurricane Katrina had hit. So a lot of stuff was still destroyed.
Yeah, I was gonna say that it hit that part of the Gulf pretty hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot
I know Southern Louisiana was tore up for years.
Yep.
I mean, shit, there's still parts of New Orleans and South New Orleans that's still you can see.
Oh,
you can
yeah.
still see. You can see the water line where the water went.
Mm-hmm.
It's wild.
So many buildings that are just vacant now because they had to abandon them,
Yeah.
But seeing that got me excited, and I didn't fall in love with the area quite that fast. It took me a little bit of time. At first, I tell you, I kind of hated it after my first deployment. I came back, and that in turn right there, that was a whole different traveling experience, going to Iraq and going to training. I went to the West Coast. I'd never been to the West Coast before, up in Washington. So I got to see that little area where.
Oh, I love Fairchild area.
Man.
And Washington State's gorgeous.
It was pretty, but the Army's motto was, if it ain't raining, we ain't training. Because it rains every day.
It does.
All day.
Does. Yep. So you were out there in that shit all
day. And if the sun came up, they'd legitimately be like, all right, shut her down, everybody.
We don't want you out here when it's nice out.
Yeah.
No, hell no. Yeah, that's
they,
Army.
They also like to take advantage of it too. They got a nice day. It's like, we're going to take the family out. We're going to go do our thing.
Yeah.
But we only had like 2 or 3 days of that in 2 months. So, but just in that little trip, when I got back, I actually had a little bit of money for the first time in my life on my own.
Were you still A1C or were you seeing?
I was A1C.
Okay.
A1Cs
don't make that much money.
No, they don't. And I had that deployment money,
Oh yeah.
So I was sitting
that tax-free
combat pay.
You rich, especially as an A1C. How old were you?
I turned 21 in Iraq.
Oh, okay.
So
that's a hell of a place to spend your 21st birthday.
Oh yeah, it sucked.
Yeah. No alcohol.
I shotgunned a non-alcoholic Coors Light in the parking lot just before we broke wire.
Just because.
Yeah. My 21st birthday.
It
was basically midnight. Went and got it from the chow hall. A bunch of my buddies did it with me, and we got rocketed later that night.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Happy birthday. But no,
welcome to Iraq, Hayden.
Huh?
Said welcome to Iraq.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Coming back from that though, and having a little bit of money, I went and bought a car, and I was able to drive around and go see some stuff.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I think bogs a lot of people down when they move to a new area, whether you're military or not, is they don't go out and see the sights. They don't immerse themselves in their surroundings and try to get to know the area right away. I wish I had done it sooner, because once I started that, man, I was like, man, the Mississippi is awesome.
Says the guy who never leaves the base.
Now. I
had to get that in.
I don't like people, dude.
I'm not much different, actually.
Yeah, so. But no, I think it's important though. Like when you get somewhere, and I know since you've been here, you've been all over the place.
Yeah,
Wyoming, Colorado,
Nebraska. Yep. Utah once.
Oh wow, you drove out that way too?
Yeah,
huh?
I drove out to Utah. I'm gonna try to take a trip out to Salt Lake City. There's a couple concerts out there.
Oh, there you go.
Summertime, I want to try to go. I mean, so for the first time, I've been able to just kind of go and do whatever I want. Right?
Mm-hmm.
We're in different parts of our life, which we've talked about multiple times. My son's 19, almost 20 now. When we got here, he was turning 18.
Yeah,
and so I could just pick up and go anytime I wanted. I mean, now it's even a little bit harder if I'm doing overnight, because now I don't have a dog sitter, a full-time dog sitter.
Yeah.
So I got to find somebody for Dexter.
Mm-hmm.
But I've wanted to get out because I realize I'm likely not going to ever spend this amount of time in this part of the country anymore. You know, I won't have any reason to come back for a long period of time. Why come back out here now that I know what it has to offer to camp? Like, pull the camper out here. Sure. Yeah. But it'll be for a few days, a week, something like that. But I've been able to get out and see things. Like I love hiking. I love all the outdoor stuff, checking out new things, going down to Golden, Colorado, to the the Coors tour.
Yeah, I remember you telling me
That
about
was so
that.
much fun. Chuck and I went out there.
Yeah.
Man, that was a blast. We're gonna have to. Well, you're running out of time. I would love to try to get you out there one day. You would enjoy it.
Yeah.
You really would. It's just a cool experience. And you want to talk about fresh beer. At the end, there's a bar and you could choose like any of the Coors products, and there's a bunch. But they have Coors Light and it's ice cold. I think this is like 34 degrees.
Oh wow.
And I don't know about you, but I love my beer. Like my favorite beer is cold beer.
Yeah.
Cold beer and free beer. If it's free and cold, sign me up. I don't care.
Perfect.
Busch lattes. I'll even go to Keystone. I don't care.
Yeah.
If it's free and cold, I'll drink it. But Coors Light, fresh.
Mm-hmm.
You literally watch them make it, and then it comes out of the tap. Literally,
That's awesome.
That fresh, and it's so cold. Oh man, that was the most delicious Coors Light I've ever had.
Wow. Yeah, I'll have to maybe when my terminal starts and I'm done with all this
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, we'll have to. Maybe we can get Tommy and Chris to come out.
Yeah, we'll take a trip.
That'd be fun, boys day.
Fuck yeah.
I know Jean would let you. In fact, she'd probably be like, get the hell out of the house, dude.
Mhm.
I keep waiting for another text from her, like, take Hayden somewhere. Get him the hell out of here. Get him the hell out of here.
Yeah, but see, that's the type of stuff though that you have to do that when you go to a new spot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Moving somewhere, obviously you got to get settled in, get into your house or your apartment or whatever. But I think it's important, if you've got a family or not, like pick a location and just go see it. Drive to it and check it out. Even if it's just the local area within an hour's drive.
There's so much to do even within a 30-minute drive here.
Yes.
You got, Horsetooth's not 30 minutes. It's maybe 45 to 50, maybe an hour, depending on where you're going to Horsetooth. But you got Kurt Gowdy.
Yes. I love that place.
Everything in between. Yeah. I mean, fishing. I know you take your kids out there quite often.
All the time.
Fishing, all that kind of stuff. It's just a ton of fun. I've tried to make the best of it. Cause like I said, I haven't ever lived in Tennessee, and that's where I'm going to go. That's one reason why I kind of want to go there. There's a lot of reasons, but just because I've never really lived there. I've been there, visited a bunch of times, different places, Nashville is probably my favorite city in the country.
Yeah.
Nashville and Charleston. But have you ever been to Nashville?
I don't think so.
Yeah, the Air Force didn't take me to Nashville. I just visited like on my own.
Yeah.
Oh man.
We went to
blast.
I went to Tennessee once, but I went to a place called Beale Street. I don't know where it is. It was a spur of the moment trip.
Let's find out.
I literally woke up on my friend's couch and they were like,
that
"Hey,
makes sense.
We're going. Do you want to go?" And I was like, "Sure." And we just piled into a rig and drove up.
Is it Beal?
Beale, I think.
Beale Street.
It's like Bourbon Street, but clean.
It's downtown Memphis, Tennessee.
Memphis, there you go.
Stretching from the Mississippi River to East Street, known as the home of the blues.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of history, it looks like.
It was all music.
Yep. Yeah.
Every bar had a band.
BB King's Blues Club is there.
Oh, there you go.
Yep. Lots of venues. Yeah. There's a lot of history behind it. Established in 1841.
Yeah.
Center of Black commerce, culture, and blues music.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It's an awesome
place,
I've
never heard of that. So I've been through Memphis, but never stopped there. So
yeah, we stopped. We got a hotel room and we just hit the town for 2 days. Just saw the sights.
Oh yeah.
It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Nice.
And it was a spur of the moment trip that my friends just basically threw at me. Like, "Hey, we're going. Do you want to go?" I'm like, "Yeah, screw it. Let's go."
Those are the best kind.
Yeah. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
But those are the things, and I know in my travels, like after getting to Mississippi, that's where I met my wife. And then shortly after we got married, I got orders to Minot.
Minot, North Dakota. Why not Minot?
Why not Minot?
Reason's the reason.
Yeah.
So I was going to ask you, 2 questions.
Okay.
First, it's pretty simple. Where have you PCS'd to? Where have you lived? And then including childhood, right? And then what's your favorite spot that you've lived and then favorite spot you've been to, whether it's PCS, visit on a vacation, whatever?
So growing up, upstate New York, we lived in the same town my entire life. We ended up, we moved once when I was a young,
yeah.
Right? But we only moved like 4 miles up the road or something like that. It wasn't far. And after that, we did traveling and all that, like I explained earlier. I left there, went to San Antonio for basic, went to Keesler for tech school, failed out of that, went back to San Antonio for tech school.
That's my boy right there.
Yeah. And then I got stationed back at Keesler, which, man, I was bummed about.
Yeah.
I wanted to go somewhere else. I want to see somewhere different. The problem was, because I tried to do, you know how back then you could trade bases?
Yeah.
Especially out of tech school, it was pretty easy, right?
Mhm.
For at least for cops, it was super easy. All we had to do was come to an agreement and bring it up to MPF, and they would swap us.
As B-52 crew chief, only place you're trading is Minot.
Yeah, probably not going to be
Northern Buff or Southern Buff was about it.
Yeah. I couldn't make that trade because I was a reclass.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So I was locked in.
Yeah.
The good thing about that was I knew the area already pretty well. So going back to Keesler was a little bit of a bummer, especially considering the state of things. When I was in tech school there, it was even worse. I went to San Antonio, did security forces, went back. They had built some stuff up. I was only there for a little while before I made my first deployment, came back, and a lot of stuff was built up. They were cooking, like getting the city back to what it was.
Yeah. Post Katrina.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I was there for almost 9 years. So quite a bit of time at Keesler.
Okay.
To the point where I had friends that would PCS in and then PCS out, go somewhere else, go to Korea, go to Turkey, overseas bases, all that type of stuff. And it kind of got to me after a while. I volunteered for Turkey. I volunteered for Italy, Germany. I never volunteered I did volunteer for Korea, but never could get picked up for some reason. So there for a long time. Eventually I got sick of it and I was like, I know how I can get out of here. I'll put nuke bases down on my dream sheet.
That's a quick way to get the hell out of there.
Yeah. So I did. I put F.E. Warren and Malmstrom and I think Barksdale. And I got Minot. Minot wasn't even on the list.
Makes sense. They were like, oh, he wants to go to Global Strike.
Yeah.
Send it.
Yep. So got orders to Minot. That was my first PCS after about 9 years. In the time though, in between there, my TDYs were pretty simple. I was either going deployed or I was back and forth from San Antonio.
Yeah.
That's really the only places I went out of Keesler.
Okay.
When I went to Minot, I got to come to Wyoming for one TDY, but most of the time it was just there doing nuke stuff, right?
Yep.
Cop stuff.
Yep.
And then from there, I got Oklahoma, PCS to Vance Air Force Base, Oklahoma, which we really didn't know a whole lot about it. We did some research, obviously. We had had both of our children at this point. Cohen was a couple years old, and Cora was just a baby. She had just been born that year. So PCS to Oklahoma. I remember pulling up to the base and being like, wow, this looks kind of nice.
Tinker?
Vance.
Okay. That's right.
Yeah. It's about the size of this living room.
Yeah.
It's small, dude.
Vance is small as base.
Super small.
It's even smaller than here.
Oh,
way smaller.
Way smaller.
Yeah.
And like you can run the perimeter easily.
Oh.
It's not hard. I don't even remember how big it was. It's not very big. But anyways, got there, drove through the front gate. We drove up to our the house that we had or whatever. And then I took off the U-Haul and I was like, I'm going to go explore the base. Drove around. I saw the entire base in 5 minutes driving around in my car. And I was like, wow, this sucks.
This is where we're at. But there's no choice.
Nope. There's no choice.
No, you can't just, we don't like it here. We're going to move. It doesn't work that way.
Nope. We were there for 4 years. I deployed out of there once. I went to Saudi, which was okay.
Yeah.
But I got to go TDY to Fort Leonard Wood, which was pretty awesome. I enjoyed that.
Where's that at?
Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri.
Okay.
Fort Lost in the Woods.
Yeah. I knew where it was, but nobody else does. That's what I was asking you.
Forgot talking to a camera too.
It's not just you and me here, Hayden.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm getting lost in the moment, man.
You're getting lost in the sauce over here. You looked at me like, bro, you don't know where Fort Leonard Wood is?
Yeah.
Yes, I do, but I'm asking because some of them might not,
Now, I went out there for SRT, which is a special reaction team.
Okay.
And just got to do cool guy stuff.
Yeah.
like building clearing. We built our
Were
own.
you with Special Warfares? Is that one of those joint schools with Special Warfare?
It's so I don't want to say it's not special warfare, but I think some of those guys do go through it. It's primarily like a lot of Army infantry, Marine, and Air Force Navy sometimes goes through. When I was there, it was a lot of Marine guys.
Okay.
We had one Army guy, and then the rest of us were Air Force and a civilian.
Okay.
But it was just a cool TDY. A lot of shooting guns, and we built our own explosive charges for doors.
Oh hell yeah!
And then we did a live fire shoot house, blowing doors off of hinges and hitting targets and stuff like that. So it was a lot of fun.
Nice.
Everything that you want to do, I guess, as a cop.
Hell yeah!
Wrapped in training.
Yep.
But,
like real military shit, like real guy stuff.
Yeah.
Real man shit. Yeah.
So went back to Vance after that TDY. Vance was actually nice. We really enjoyed our time there. It was hot. Obviously, it's Oklahoma. Enid is a very, very small town, smaller than Cheyenne, I think.
Oh, wow.
At least as far as like infrastructure, the things that they have there, they didn't have a whole lot, but eventually we ended up falling in love with it, and we got to know some really close friends of ours now. We built some relationships with some families, especially our cul-de-sac that we had. We all lived on a cul-de-sac, and every family, all the kids were about the same age.
Nice.
And my neighbor to the left, he worked in medical, and then the ones across the street from him, both were cops. One of them retired, and then the other, she switched career fields.
Okay.
And then my neighbor next to me, he was my supervisor when I was in IG for a little bit. So we all got real tight, like clicking up pretty good. To the point where I'd walk outside and I'd see my neighbor pulling his smoker out into the front driveway. I'd be like, "You cooking?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm cooking. I need pasta salad or potato salad." I'd be like,
"That's like us right here," you know.
But we really did enjoy Oklahoma. It was time to go though, so we volunteered for F.E. Warren, and that's when we PCS'd up here. We wanted to see one more base before I retired, and we decided to choose this one because it really sparked our interest as far as everything that this place has to offer. So put in and drove up from Oklahoma. And I want to say that was probably the most stressful trip for us because our kids were a little older, and we did our first full Diddy move, which was a pain in the ass.
What's a Diddy move?
So
I'm trying to help you guys out.
I know. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just in the conversation.
You're speaking military over here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of civilians out there, I think.
No, so Diddy move, basically you have a couple options when it comes to moving in the military. They'll hire contractors to come move your stuff for you, which we did on our first.
Also known as break your shit.
Oh, everything was broken, dude. Or it just didn't show up.
Yeah, I did a full day move here. It sucked, but getting that paycheck help was nice.
Want to hear a funny story? Our first PCS from Keesler to Minot, the contractor showed up. They boxed a bag of garbage.
Yeah. If you don't have it moved, they don't care.
They boxed it up, they packed it in the truck, and they sent it up. When we opened that up in Minot, dude, it was disgusting.
Oh yeah. I bet it was rank.
Rank. You could smell it from outside the box. And
I bet.
A lot of our stuff was broken. But then you got another option where you can do a partial where they take some of your stuff and then you get a U-Haul and tow it behind, or you get one of those.
The rest of whatever you want. Yeah.
Yeah, and you
can
choose
choose what they move. Typically people will let the movers move their big shit, like the furniture and stuff, and then you take all the breakables and whatever you can put in whatever says U-Haul.
We did like I took all my guns. My wife has a lot of paintings, and
no one's touching my guns or my bourbon.
Yeah. My wife has paintings that her family has done.
Oh, wow.
A lot of her family are artists. Her dad more specifically, he has a lot of paintings that she has that are really, really nice. And she did not trust the contractors with them, which I don't blame her. So we packaged all those.
Her dad?
Yeah.
The Army hero or the military hero?
Yeah.
Wow. I would have never guessed that.
Oh, dude, I'll
that
show
dude's
when you
that
come
dude's
over.
a badass. Like, so amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That the time when he was here for the holidays, and I came over and just hung out with him. I think it was a couple of times.
Yeah.
I was just soaking in everything that man said. Like you told me a little bit about him, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, he's been around and seen some stuff.
Wow. Yeah, such an amazing man.
Mm-hmm. And he's got such a positive outlook on life and everything. And
so cool.
Yeah, he some of the stories that he's told me, I'm like, holy cow, brother.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
But yes, he's an artist, and
he was Army, right?
He was a Navy Corpsman.
Navy, okay, Navy Corpsman.
He joined the Navy.
Why do I think Army? I don't know why.
He joined the Navy because he was like, if I join the Navy, I might not have to go to Vietnam. And then he became a corpsman, and they sent him to the front lines of Vietnam or the Marine Corps.
And that's where a lot of the stories and stuff came from.
Yeah. So he's seen some things.
Yeah, you bet your ass he has. God bless him.
Yes. So after that, then you can do what's called a Diddy move. I don't know why they call it a Diddy, what it stands for, but
do it yourself.
Is that what is it really what it means?
Yes.
It's that stupid.
Do it yourself.
All right.
That's Diddy.
Anyway.
You didn't know this?
No, dude.
Hayden.
I don't pay attention to stuff like that.
Damn cops.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you act like crew chiefs are geniuses or something.
Smarter than me.
That. Okay. Well, I mean, no judgment.
Uh-huh.
No, I'm definitely
I can feel the
right
judgment.
Now. Okay.
But no, so Diddy move is, you do it yourself, apparently, is what it stands for. And you pack all of your stuff up. We got the largest U-Haul you can get.
Yeah.
Right. And we loaded my wife's car up onto a trailer, and I towed that behind that thing, and we drove from Oklahoma up here.
That's a truck.
It was a trip. We're lucky enough. We have friends that are stationed in Colorado Springs.
Okay.
Out at Peterson.
Yep.
We stopped and stayed with them for a night.
Nice.
Actually, no, I think we stayed for 2 nights because one of the kids wasn't feeling well, and we were so close. We were still going to be within our time frame.
It was like 4.5 hours from here.
Yeah, something like that. 3 hours, 3.5.
Yeah, 3.5 maybe. I don't know.
So got to see Colorado for the first time. It was my first time ever being there.
So beautiful.
I was blown away.
Oh my God. Gorgeous state.
We went to
gorgeous state.
Garden of the Gods.
I've heard about that. That's somewhere I have not been yet.
You need to go.
Well, so it's on my list. I have actually a list on my phone
Uh-huh.
of places I want to hit before I retire and get out of here. And it's long, so I don't know if I'm gonna hit them all, but that's one of them because I've heard a lot of people tell me about it.
It's amazing, dude. It can be packed. Some of the times we've gone, because every time we go visit them, we try to go at least once every couple months.
Yeah.
Because their kids are friends with ours. We were also stationed in Oklahoma with them.
Okay.
They PCS before us and went to Colorado, and then I got orders. And so our kids kind of grew up with theirs. They're all real close. And then I deployed with my buddy who lives out there. He's the one that's stationed there. His wife is a civilian. And him and I deployed to Saudi together. So we got real close on the deployment, and then obviously working together in the same squadron. But got to stop, and they took us and showed us around that. What is that? Pikes Peak, that mountain.
Yeah.
I wanted to go up there, but we never got a chance, and I don't think we're going to.
I haven't been there either. It's also on my list.
Yeah. But just seeing the mountain, you walk out his backyard in base housing, and you just turn, and you can see it from there. And it's
Peterson's a gorgeous base.
It's beautiful,
oh,
man.
My God.
My buddy, so funny story. When we got there, it was our first time seeing them since they had left. And it's our first time being at the base. And I was like, how you liking it, man? And he's like, it's all right. You know, it could be better, this, that, and the other thing. Everybody's kind of got their own things that they want, right? One of the days that we were there, him and I and the kids, we packed up in the car and drove up here to FE just to kind of lay eyes on it and see. And we drove around the base, and he was like, damn, Peterson ain't bad.
Yeah, this place isn't very big, and it becomes a ghost town about 5 o'clock. Even on the weekend. Shit, weekends it closes even earlier.
Yeah. A lot of old historic buildings.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's just there's just nothing here. The BX is the size of a shoebox.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, shit, the shop it's almost as big as the BX is.
Yeah.
Commissary ain't bad, but yeah, there's just not much here for especially the younger folks. But
yeah,
different conversation.
So those are the 4 bases I've been to. So Keesler, Minot, Vance, and now finishing up here at FE. I'd have to say though, between all 4 of them, I'd probably say Minot's my favorite, and then FE is the close second.
So that's interesting. For those of you that aren't military, if you're military, you know that Minot is probably the last on 95% of people's list on do not go to. Like, or number one, do not go to, last as far as I'm going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about why Minot was your favorite base.
I think Minot has it's got this weird ability to pull people close together.
Yeah. That makes complete sense. It's very isolated.
The camaraderie, like everybody's going through the same suck.
Yeah.
So the camaraderie you build, especially with the individuals you're working with, I've got friends from there that are lifelong. Like I will never not talk to them. I will never not go see them. Like a Keesler, I had a lot of those kinds of friends, but over the years we've kind of drifted apart. But it was also, happens. I don't know, it was easier, and a lot of people, like we were always deploying too. Yeah. So it just had a weird, different chemistry, right? Minot really pulls people together. We were always cooking at somebody else's house, or the people coming over to our house, especially during the winter when there's not much to do, because it is Arctic freezing.
Yeah.
And
like -30, -40 ambient with a wind chill of another 20 degrees below that. Yeah. No, I've been there many a times, man, B-52s in the wintertime. My first TDY was Minot, the middle of February.
Yep.
Great time.
Yep. Yeah, my best friend Jim, he was our neighbor. He's the B-52 guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I met him. Again, lived right across the street. So we got real close, and then we've been lifelong friends since. I'm going out in April to his place.
I was saying that who you're fishing with?
Yep.
Nice.
Shoot, I try to go out to see him hunting at least once a year. That's like my hunting trip. I go out to West Virginia. I hunt with him and some of his buddies.
That's where you went when I came to pick you up from the airport, wasn't it?
Yep.
That's what I thought. Okay. Nice.
And Minot just had that thing, man. I also I joined TRF, which is the Tactical Response Force, doing cool guy stuff again. We got to fly around in helos, and all we really did was eat food, work out, and then train.
Yep.
That's it. And it was a lot of fun. We did work. We worked a lot actually out there. We tripped out to the field quite a bit. Our alert status team, we would be split up. But it was, again, just a different atmosphere even for that little section, right?
Yeah.
And then I fell in love with the area. A lot of people don't like the area because it's flat. It does get cold, but the summers are breathtaking.
Yeah.
Looking out over those plains with all that tall grass.
Yes.
And then there are so many little lakes.
Some of the best sunsets I've ever seen,
dude,
were in Minot.
Yes.
Like, oh my gosh.
The camping was phenomenal. I ended up falling in love with pheasant hunting. That's all I wanted to do.
It's huge out there.
Yes.
Yes.
When pheasant season opened up, that's all I was doing.
Yeah.
Was pheasant hunting. I tried to deer hunt a couple times, but it was a little bit more difficult.
It is. It's tougher out there. I've got a lot of friends that are stationed out there for a long ass time. I mean, 2 of my closest friends are stationed out there for their whole career.
Yeah.
Like they never left.
Yeah.
So
a lot of guys I know, especially like your career field out there, they're there for so long, they develop a life there, they end up staying there, retiring there.
And it's wild because people talk a lot of shit about Minot. Like, oh my God, I never want to go to Minot. I've heard people say it's tons of times. If I ever get orders to Minot, I'm getting out. I'm done. Right. But a lot of people that go there, they end up kind of fall in love with it and liking it a lot.
Legitimately my favorite location. Yeah. And we packed so much stuff into the time that we were there, like going out camping. And not only that, but that's where both of our children were born there. So that obviously holds a special place in our heart.
Yeah.
And you can be in Canada in like an hour and go see stuff in Canada. In the town, with it being smaller, I like that. I like that small town feel. I am not a city guy at all.
No, me neither.
Cheyenne bothers me. This is a city to me.
Yeah, this is as big as I would like to live in. Yeah. I hated living around Shreveport.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Sucked. It was awful. Hated it.
So, but those are my 4, and that's my favorite.
Okay.
FE is my second because it's a little bit more relatable. It reminds me of Minot in a way.
Yeah.
It definitely has a lot, like, it's prettier around here.
Yeah.
And some of the stuff that we've got to do and go see. Like we went out to Devil's Tower. Have you done that?
Yes.
That's amazing.
It is amazing. It is awesome out there. Oh my gosh.
We hit that up, and then we drove up to Deadwood, and we stayed a weekend in Deadwood.
So that's something else on my list. I've been in Deadwood.
Oh my God, it's so much fun.
I've been to a lot of places, but some like there's just the thing is there's so many badass places within just a couple hours that it's hard to hit them all.
We've done Mount Rushmore twice.
I've been out there, yeah,
and yeah, man, there is a lot of stuff to do here for sure. A lot of touristy things.
Yeah,
like Deadwood, we brought our friends came out with us, and we had all the kids. And in the middle, they have reenactments, and there's a shootout in the street.
Yeah,
like 2 or 3 times a day. So these 2 cowboys get out there, and there's a gunfight that goes on in the street, and they clear the street. Everybody's standing on the sidewalks, and the kids were just blown away.
Oh my!
Because
literally blown away.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Even though they're shooting blanks, they were so loud. And
awesome.
The amount of smoke that came out of that gun, and they're hammering at each other.
Yeah.
Lot of fun. Deadwood's definitely more of an adult town, I would say, because it's a lot of casinos and bars.
Yeah.
But still a good time. No, that's where we brought it was my sister and her kids that came out with us.
Okay.
And yeah, we absolutely loved it.
Nice.
Kind of Deadwood reminds me kind of like Estes.
Yeah.
Which I know you've been out there a couple times.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I've been out there quite a bit. I love Estes Park. And then like of course you got Estes Park, the town, which is gorgeous, especially have you been out there at Christmas time? We
went out there when my father-in-law was in town. So around Thanksgiving-ish.
Did they have the lights up and all that stuff?
Oh, well, no. Sorry. They had the Christmas tree, and they were doing the lighting ceremony that night.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We haven't seen it at actual
It
Christmas.
Is beautiful during Christmas time, and especially if you can get up there when it snows. Oh my God. Because a lot of the lights they leave up, they don't leave the Christmas tree up, but they do leave some of the like the white lights and the clear lights and stuff, and they'll leave them up through the winter time. So when it snows, it is absolutely breathtaking.
Yeah.
And such a cool little town. So many cool little spots. Little eateries and pubs and shopping, all that kind of stuff is so neat. But then you go up the mountain and a really good camping and hiking.
Really?
There. Yeah. I've actually got lost up there before. There was one time I went out there by myself. It was wintertime. And
was that when was it last winter?
Yeah.
You just got a wild hair up your ass. Yes. And you're like, I'm going to Estes. I was like, dude, it's like 7:00 at night.
Yeah. Yeah. It wasn't quite that late, but yeah.
It was pretty close.
It was late afternoon and it was snowing up there.
Yeah.
Because it was when it was supposed to snow here. And you know how much of a child I am when it comes to snow.
Yeah.
I love snow. I turn into an 8-year-old kid all over again.
Yeah.
I'm out there making snow angels. I've got pictures and videos when I first got here making snow angels. I'm pretty sure you guys thought that your first sergeant was absolutely crazy.
I saw you out on the ground.
Yes. I was right in front of the security forces building, making snow angels, and the group commander comes in and is like, "Yep, that's one of my shirts.
Yeah,
that's
him." A lot of the airmen, because I think we were getting ready. It was post out, right? And a lot of the airmen were like, "Oh, I think the shirt's a nutcase."
Yeah, because I hadn't been here very long. I got here in February, and it snowed. I don't know, several weeks after. So I hadn't even been here a month. So a lot of folks didn't even met me yet. And that was the first time they met me was I'm, making snow angels in uniform on a duty day out in front of the, the building. But that's just me.
It's morale, right?
Yes. I mean, I was doing it for my morale. I'm not going to try to say that I was doing it for everybody else's. And then I took a picture of it. And I remember there were several folks and I posted on, one of our group chats, leadership chats, whatever. And there were some people like, what in the hell did we get?
Yeah.
Like, what were we thinking when we hired this guy? What the hell's going on with this guy? But no, it was supposed to snow here and it hadn't started yet. And one of the things I love about snow is I love driving in it, especially when there's not a lot of people on the roads. Like right when it starts to accumulate, people kind of like, all right, I'm going to go back to the house and just chill out until the plows get out. So that's kind of what I did. Well, it wasn't snowing here yet. And I was like, man, maybe it will, maybe it won't. But I looked at the weather and it was snowing in Estes.
Yeah.
So by myself, didn't ask anybody to go with me, nothing. Jumped in the truck, like mid-afternoon. The sun was still up, but it was not very high in the sky.
It was going down fast.
I don't know I don't know what time it was, but I mean, shit, it gets darker around here in wintertime, 4:30, 5 o'clock, So by the time I got up there, it was dark and it was just pouring snow and it was beautiful. I have videos
Mhm.
and pictures that I posted on Facebook. And,
Yeah, I remember seeing them.
maybe I can show them on here, but anyway, so in the town, it wasn't bad. Like
Mhm.
I got there, uh, started driving the back roads. It got kind of hairy, but it was slower speed, so it was no big deal. There's nobody on the roads. I was the only crazy nut.
Out there?
Well, I got a really wild hair on my ass. Like, I'm gonna go up the mountain a little bit,
Oh gosh.
and I went up above Estes Park
Mhm.
and up into it's a national park. I can't remember the name of the national park up there, but anyway. And as I go up further, I'm like, "Oof, it's getting rough." Like
Yeah.
the snow's coming down so hard, I could hardly see.
Yeah.
You know, I can see like maybe a foot in front of my hood, and that's it. So I'm going about 30 miles an hour,
You're driving using the force.
and it's windy roads. It's going up a mountain. It's a 2-lane road
Mhm.
going up the mountains. And so I got to a point pretty far up, and I was like, "All right, I'm gonna find a place to turn around. This is getting rough. Coming down is going to be even worse, way worse."
Oh, of course. Now you got gravity going against you too.
Yes, that thing called gravity. And so I found a place to turn around. I turn around, I'm going down, and I'm just like, I don't get nervous about things like this. Like I put myself in this position, so I don't even get nervous. But it's a 2-lane road, relatively narrow, and coming down, I'm on the side of the mountain.
Yeah.
So I'm looking out the passenger window, this steep drop off of hundreds of feet down.
Yeah, you go over that, you're gone.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't matter that nobody knows where I'm at because it doesn't. I'm done.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm just my ass in it because I got a pickup truck. So I do in the wintertime keep sandbags in the back to add some weight to it, but I'm just fishtailing the whole way. And at one point,
Your truck ain't 4-wheel drive?
no, it is.
Oh.
It is, but 4-wheel drive, not 4-wheel stop. I mean, it is 4-wheel stop, yes, but that doesn't help and it got cold. It was like single digits. So the snow's hitting and just immediately sticking.
Freezing, yeah.
And it's just frozen on the bottom of it. So it's ice and snow.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just sliding back and forth all the way down, you know. I made it. All good. And then I got down to Estes and it was just blowing snow and it was so beautiful.
Yeah.
I actually stopped and had a beer.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Stopped and had a beer and a bite to eat. Like I was like, well, I mean, I made it off the mountain. That's the worst part.
Yeah.
And I mean, I thought, you know, my concern was that they were going to shut down the roads.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, there was a hotel there close by.
There's a couple.
Yeah, there's a couple of them. So I was like, well, worst case scenario, I'll just snag a hotel.
Get a room,
right? Yeah, whatever. But I made it home and it was fine. Yeah, it was late at night when I got home.
Yeah.
Because it took me several hours to get back.
Mm-hmm.
Because I decided not to go highway until I got closer to Cheyenne on 25. And then I did jump on the highway just because the back roads were getting so deep.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, the plows are probably at least out on the highway. And it was single lane. And it was so late that there was maybe half a dozen to a dozen cars out. That was it.
Oh, I can imagine.
So it was I had a blast.
Just that drive into Estes, going through that pass.
Yes.
That big canyon all the way up through.
Yep.
Well, first off, what a breathtaking drive.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
I was so upset that I was the one driving because I couldn't see any of the sights. I had to pay attention to the road because it's narrow.
It is.
And there was a lot of traffic that day. There was no snow. This was back in November, and it was still relatively warm outside.
Yeah.
And
especially this year.
Yeah. This year's been a crazy winter. But I'm driving through and I'm looking at what I can, but like the whole family is like, look over here, over here. And they're doing all this. I'm like, you got take pictures for me.
Yeah.
But I mean, breathtaking views going through there.
Yeah.
Absolutely gorgeous.
No, for sure. It's gorgeous out there.
It's a couple spots are a little unsettling because if there's like a rock slide, it's burying the road.
Yeah. You're
cooked.
You're not going anywhere. No, there's nowhere to go.
So
no, it's gorgeous out there. So, just talking about the things that we've seen and done, you know, I asked you what your favorite places were and
what are yours?
Been, you know, I've been 2 places.
I know, I'm joking.
Right? Barksdale and F.E. Warren. But did a whole lot of traveling.
Yeah.
TDYs,
Especially as a flyer.
being a crew chief and a flyer, right?
So a flying crew chief, what's that about?
So basically, when the jet goes somewhere, typically there's a crew chief with it, because if it's going somewhere where either there's a possibility it might divert, or it's in an area where there's not a B-52 base or other maintainers, the crew chief will go. Anytime it goes overseas, there's a crew chief with it.
Basically, a crew chief, you're responsible for the aircraft.
All the maintenance of the aircraft.
Yeah.
You know a little bit about everything and everything about nothing.
A jack of all trades, but a master of
none. You know, I was certed in electrics and jets and hydraulics, so I did master a couple things. And most flying crew chiefs, we did have to have some specialty codes on us and stuff like that, so that we did know a lot about a lot of things. But yeah, so I was actually telling you earlier, my two favorite places that I've been to. One was both military and just traveling on my own, and the other was just straight on my own. Two places in the country was Charleston, South Carolina.
Yeah,
and I've been there both civilian side and then military, to Charleston Air Force Base, and not Memphis, Tennessee, but oh my gosh, Nashville, Tennessee. Thank you. My brain stopped working. Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Two of the coolest cities. I call them towns, but they're cities that I've ever been to.
Yeah.
Charleston's very historic. I don't know if you ever heard of Williamsburg, Virginia.
No.
So it's a small town, city in Virginia. Very historic, very small. I love that area too, but I went there a lot growing up. It wasn't far from where I lived. I played tennis tournaments and went to, there's a college there and all that stuff.
You played tennis?
I did.
You know, I was a tennis instructor for a little while.
No way.
As a kid.
What?
So I took.
How did we not know this about each other?
I know, dude. Wow, that's wild.
I did not know. A tennis instructor. All right, let's keep on. We've veered off too much.
I'm writing down. I got to take some notes.
We're going to talk about our tennis experiences.
Tennis.
I bet everybody's like, these two cats played tennis. Like, there's no damn way in hell. No, I actually got pictures. I was pretty decent. I played in college.
No shit.
I played for VMI.
Wow, man.
I did. Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, D1. It was a great time. Anyway, to get back on track.
Yeah. So Williamsburg.
Yeah, so Charleston reminded me a lot of Williamsburg, and I went there growing up a lot with my family, and then like tournaments and everything else. But Charleston, right close to Myrtle Beach on the coast, just a gorgeous town.
Yeah, I've passed through there, but
so many things to do, so much fun. It is a college town, but it doesn't feel that way for the most part. There's spots, that if you want to stay away from, because it is basically, college based, right? You can, but it's just beautiful. And then of course, Nashville, just the history, and, we're both huge country music fans.
Yeah.
But just, I love music in general. But I mean, anywhere you go, there's just history of music.
I can imagine, man. That's a place I've always wanted to go to.
You and Gene would love it. Yeah. That would be a great trip to just take you and Gene to go for. I would recommend a long weekend if you're going to do it on a weekend. Like 2 days, you're not going to be able to touch much.
Yeah, but
it is beautiful. So much fun. So many things to do. But another place that I really enjoyed was Fairchild out in Washington State. Beautiful out there.
Yeah.
I went out there quite a bit on TDY. It's probably one of my favorite in-country TDY places.
I liked, I got to see Seattle.
Yeah.
And Tacoma while I was there.
Yeah.
So at the end of our training, we had
Seattle's a pretty city.
It is.
It really is.
Well, it was.
Yeah. I mean, it's been.
I don't know what it looks like now.
Oh, it's been a decade and some change since I've been there. So I don't know what it's like now.
I was there in 2007.
Okay.
Or 2008.
I was, I think, either 12 or 13. 2012 or 13 was the last time I was there.
See, I am a huge Nirvana fan. It's my favorite band of all time growing up, right?
Yes.
I had all their albums, t-shirts, just ridiculous. Probably the only band I've ever been that in depth into, right?
Wow. Yeah.
Well,
I love Nirvana, but
yeah. Going out there and kind of getting to stomp around the same area
Yeah.
where they were coming up and stuff, and the grunge scene,
Mhm.
which I don't know if you notice, I wear a lot of flannels and
I know.
jeans.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, didn't notice it at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
So that was kind of fun. I really did enjoy that. But yeah, I never have seen Fairchild though.
No, it's beautiful up there. Just Washington State in general, especially you get up northern part.
Mm-hmm.
It
Isn't
is
it considered a rainforest up there somewhere?
yeah,
Kind of.
yeah, there is. It's gorgeous. Um, Tons of fun. So another spot, and this is kind of interesting. And it wasn't because of the area or the place. It was the memories that I have, and why I was there. And this was definitely all military related. Was Ali Salim.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
I've passed through there, and I did not enjoy myself.
In Saudi, right? Yeah. Right.
Al Yassalim? Oh, I thought that was in Kuwait.
No, it is Kuwait. That's right. Yeah, it is Kuwait. Yeah. So the reason for that was we got a reprieve from when I was in Iraq for about 2 weeks. And not going into any details, it had been a rough 4 months for us, for my crew.
So you guys you got a little break.
Yeah, I was the only Air Force member. It was just me and a bunch of Army guys.
Yeah,
and so there was some training they wanted me to go to, and they sent the whole unit together to do this. But in Kuwait at the time, it wasn't a bad place. You're still in a considered combat zone, so we still kept all of our hazard pay and all that. But the experience there, just to be able to sit back and unwind,
take a breath.
There was still no alcohol, which was definitely a good thing. Honestly, it really was.
Yeah.
At the time, none of us were in the right headspace, but we'd been outside the wire more than we were inside the wire.
Yeah.
And we were just dog ass tired, beat the hell up. We still had at minimum 2 to 3 months left time there, but it was unknown.
Yeah, you didn't know what was going on back
there
then.
was no return date on my orders.
Yeah.
And I was way outside of the norm for myself as a crew chief. So, but the experience there and the camaraderie and the brotherhood that I built,
that bond
when we were there, because we did have time to just breathe. There was some classroom training, there was a lot of field training, but it wasn't intense. And I feel like they did that on purpose. It was about training, but I think it was also about, like, I think they sent people there where they were like, okay, these guys are getting their asses handed to them day in, day out. They're gonna break if we don't give them some time away just to unwind, rest. I mean, I don't know a whole lot about Army, but our training started at 8 a.m. Wow. I don't think any Army training starts at 8 a.m. Anything Army at all starts at 8 a.m.
No.
But that's when it did. And we were done by usually 16:30.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, it was nice.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of good information, a lot of great training. The training was really good. But I looking back, I'm like, I don't know if it was just about the training. I think it was more about, like, these guys are going to crack. So it wasn't the area, obviously. It's not like we got to do a whole lot outside the base or anything, but just the breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
And not getting mortared and rocketed every day.
That's a bonus, right?
Yeah, a huge bonus, right? Having time to sit down and eat, not worrying about, at the time it was pagers. Are our pagers going to go off for alert? Because we had our alert pagers. Did you guys ever get those security forces alert pagers?
We're always on alert.
Yeah, but I mean, like, but if you're not right there, you need to have some way to get a hold of you. And we didn't always carry radios. If we weren't on duty.
Yeah, so
we had our alert pagers. Well, anyway.
Yeah, for us, if we were getting shot at, we had to be somewhere. So
well, no, but I mean, for doing what I was doing, it was a little bit different. But anyway, but that was that memory will stay in my brain forever.
Yeah,
was going to Salim, and and we did venture out to Kuwait City, which is gorgeous.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. There's parts that aren't, that are
Oh,
very, very poor.
I'm sure.
But yeah, there's, it's really cool just seeing the culture and stuff
Mm,
like that. Spain is another spot I really enjoyed. I love the culture out there.
yeah.
Um, Germany, really fun.
See, I've only
Uh,
ever passed through Germany, and basically the airport is what I saw.
I've spent a couple weeks here, a couple weeks. I think I've been there, I want to say
Yeah.
three times. Never a long period of time. So it's kind of hard to speak like in general as far as long term.
Hmm.
But yeah, I've been there. I mean, maybe 2 months total over 3 times.
Yeah.
So, but no, just a great experiences. Getting out and seeing places, making the best of where you're at.
Hmm.
Like, I think it's interesting that your favorite place of all the places you've been to is Minot, North Dakota.
Well, that's my
You're
favorite.
probably one of 5 people in the entire world that could say that.
That,
Probably more than 5, but not many more.
yeah, and I'd say more along like that is more aimed at the my most favorite place that I've been stationed at or lived in. Right. Obviously, my hometown holds a special place in my heart. I would move back there at the end of this when I retire
Yeah.
if the state wasn't so screwed up and expensive.
Your wife would divorce you.
No, she said she'd go too.
Really?
If it
I mean,
was,
I know she liked it there. She grew to like it there.
yeah.
But I mean,
Well, it's the Adirondack
Southern
Mountains
girl.
in such a small town.
No, it is. Yeah.
It's absolutely beautiful, especially dude during the fall when all the mountains look like they're on fire because all the leaves are changing.
Yeah.
And then you're in maple syrup season, so you better start collecting sap. You got to
Oh yeah.
like we made all of our own maple syrup, and then it's hunting season, and then those lakes freeze over, and you got ice fishing.
Yeah.
Summers are beautiful because we got lakes on both sides of my hometown, so you can take your boat out to either side.
Hell yeah.
And I don't know, man. There's nothing better to me than walking out on your front porch in the morning, having a cup of coffee, and you look out. There's a cow pasture across the street. There's a cow pasture over here, and there's no neighbors.
Nice.
Nothing.
Yep.
I love that.
Yeah.
And that small town, that vibe that it has, the community,
Yeah.
is you can't replace it
Yeah.
in my mind.
Yeah.
But I'd say so places I've traveled to, my favorite place that I would say I really, really enjoyed would be Florida.
Who doesn't like Florida?
More specifically,
Yeah.
this is around the Daytona area, but
Oh, yeah.
it's kind of on the outskirts. We have a
Mhm.
friend, she lives down there, and we went down on a vacation, stayed at her house for a couple days, and we just got to drive around, and it's like not dirt roads, it's sand roads.
Yeah.
And she took us out in the boat. We saw gators, we went fishing, all this different stuff, and just the atmosphere and how I don't know how people are down there in Florida. It's a whole different thing.
Oh yeah.
I
I love Florida.
yeah, a lot of
do.
fun.
I wouldn't want to live there, but I love visiting just because I would want to keep it fresh.
Yes.
Yeah.
My grandparents for the longest time, they rented a place down there and they were snowbirds. So
Mhm.
being from upstate New York,
My grandparents were like that too.
yep,
Yep.
during the winter, they'd drive down or fly down and then they'd stay there for the winter. And
Yeah.
we went and visited a couple times, and just that little community that they were a part of, and I want to say it's in Sebastian, Florida. Holy crap, did we have some fun there, man.
Oh yeah.
We go golfing every other day
Oh,
because they had a little golf course in the community they lived
Yeah.
in. And it's not this like fancy highfalutin community. It's a bunch of older individuals, and they all live in trailers.
It's a retirement community.
Retirement community.
Yeah.
And then that little tiny area, the town around it isn't very big, but everybody is so tight knit. Like
It's awesome.
we'd walk into a couple of the bars that they liked. We'd go bar and grill. We'd go get supper or
Mhm.
something like that, and they'd walk in and be like, "Hey!"
Yeah. Yeah.
And just had such a good time, especially when we all would congregate down there and meet up. You
Yeah.
know, because I was driving from Mississippi, my parents and my uncle and a couple other people, they were coming from New York, and then my grandparents were already there. And we'd hang out all day, play golf, grill out, just shoot the shit, and then at night we play poker.
Oh yeah.
Windows open, beautiful outside.
Gorgeous. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, my grandparents were snowbirds too. They would go down to they had a place down in Fort Myers, Fort
Mhm.
Myers, Florida, right
I've
on
heard
the
of it.
beach. Gorgeous.
Yeah,
Oh man, I used to go visit. I used to love to go visit them, because Fort Myers is a little bit bigger, but they lived kind of on the outskirts of a smaller town. They lived it was I mean, it wasn't an official retirement community, but it was basically kind of like what you were talking about.
Yeah.
Nice homes and stuff like that. And, but yeah, I really enjoyed that. Florida's a gorgeous state.
It really is, man.
Gorgeous state. You don't get seasons typically. Well, just recently they got some snow.
Mm-hmm.
That was wild. They had snow on the beach
Yeah.
in Florida, which is wild to me. And we were in the 50s.
Mm-hmm.
It was colder. It was colder, and they had more snow than us out here in Wyoming.
I know, man.
Which I was like,
nuts.
this is ass backwards.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell's going on here.
I don't either.
But
everybody, I heard people talking about it. So I brought my son out to get his haircut yesterday.
Mm.
And while we were sitting in the barbershop, it's a barbershop. Guys are just kind of shooting the shit.
Yeah, bullshitting.
And one of the guys is like, yeah, I guess global warming's real. And they started laughing. And I was like, it ain't down in Florida.
No.
It ain't in Mississippi right now.
No.
I know where my family is in upstate New York. They just got hammered with snow.
I wish we would I want 2 feet.
Oh, they got like 4 inches in like a couple hours or something like that, which they haven't gotten a lot of snow over the last few years. And this year they have. The lakes froze over for the first time in years. I just think it's the jet stream, the way things are blowing around.
Yeah.
It's just been missing us.
Yeah. Well, I know that like the mountains get it, and then the jet stream ends up above us or below us a lot. So I know my sister down in Denver got snow a few weeks ago, and we didn't get we got nothing.
Yeah.
We had nothing. And the forecasts here are wild because I get all excited. I stopped getting excited now because it's going to snow in the next couple of days.
Nah.
And you get nothing. And then like the day before it changes, and it's like, sun.
Yeah.
Nope, never mind.
Well, it's like today, I woke up this morning, it was 19 degrees outside, and it said that the high was going to be 26.
Yeah.
And
it's 40s.
It's 40s, mid 40s right now.
42.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually I did a ruck this morning.
Did you?
Yeah, I'm trying to get back into what I used to do. I
Nice.
did a ruck this morning, just got up real early and started about 10 miles.
Nice.
Hiked from here out to Lions Park and around the lake out there, and then
Mhm.
came back. Watched the sunrise. It was pretty
Nice, man.
But like it wasn't that cold. I mean, it was cold, but it
Mhm.
wasn't like the wind wasn't blowing. It was still. I just threw on some clothes and a ruck, and
Yeah, and once you're rucking, you start sweating.
oh
you're
yeah,
warm, you're
yeah.
good.
It was
long as you
nice.
keep moving.
It was very, very nice.
But
The sun came out. It's warm. I
Mhm.
mean, just wearing this would be fine right now.
Yep.
All day. So yeah.
what would
The experience of travel, whether it's military travel, whether it's just with the family, I think it's important to enjoy it
yes.
and get out and see. So many folks, especially in places like Minot, places like F.E. Warren, people are like, oh man, I don't want to be here. I hate it here. It's so awful. It's only awful if you make it that way. It's all about your attitude.
Yes.
2, get out of your house, your dorm, your apartment, wherever you live, and go see things, go experience things.
Yep.
Maybe you're not big into outdoors. You can still go outside. It'll be fine. Like, it's really important, especially when you're talking about like a family, like the memories that you have created. I like hearing about your stories and seeing you on Facebook with your kids. They're always going to remember that. They're going to remember the times in Minot. They're going to remember those times, the trips that you take, and those are things that you can't ever like replace.
Yeah.
They'll never go away.
Well, when we were in Oklahoma, so tornadoes are real bad down there.
Yeah.
But where Vance was, for some reason, it was kind of like a bowl and things would miss them.
Yeah.
But my son, he got really into tornadoes. His favorite movie was Twister. And we would watch it on repeat.
Yeah.
Over and over again. If we asked, hey, you want to watch a movie? He'd be like, Twister. And then we finally got a tornado, or at least a warning. The sirens went off on base, and we have tornado. Every house has a tornado shelter, or at least the newer ones.
Yeah.
And I put the kids in the tornado shelter with the dogs. And Cohen was like, Dad, I want to go watch. I want to see it. I want to do it, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, Bud, no.
We ain't tornado chasers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Twister.
something that he always talks about.
That's awesome. It's cool, man. So
good memories,
Yeah. Well, that's what it's all about. It's
Yeah.
all about the memories. It's all about, being present and in the moment and just enjoying what you have around you and seeing what's out there. Because you never know what you're going to miss.
Yeah.
You just sit around and keep your head down, keep your head in your damn phone. You're going to miss all sorts of shit.
That's
So,
it.
Yeah, super important. So this is a good one. I
Yeah,
enjoyed
brother.
this. Enjoyed this. A little bit on the lighter side, which is good.
Yeah.
So
And I was, I'm always curious. I feel like that's a conversation that a lot of, at least for us, like military members, it's always a fun conversation to have with somebody. Like, where have you been?
yeah,
What have you seen?
yeah.
Well, this is where I've been. This is what I've seen. And it's kind of like, I don't know. It's like trading Pokemon cards, like everybody's got
Or,
their,
do you remember Pogs?
I do remember Pogs. Whoa!
We're not going to get into that.
No, you just
That's
blew
one
my
thing.
mind.
This one, we've gone off the rails a couple of times. So hopefully you guys were able to keep up with it.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
But
So,
anyways,
some of our our podcasts are just gonna be fun like
Yeah.
this, just fun, enjoyable. Swapping stories
Yep.
and just reminiscing and talking about the good old days. So,
hopefully some of it sparks some memories for y'all who
Yeah.
are listening.
yeah,
And like I said, it's always fun to share them with people, man.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that people don't do. They share everything on Facebook, but they don't have a sit down conversation and actually
Yeah.
talk about those, little nuances and stuff like that. I think that's very important.
well, please share some of your stories.
Yeah.
Throw in the comments. Follow our Facebook page, Whiskey and Warrior Real Talk on Facebook. Throw it in the comments there. Throw a post out there for us. We like to hear where you've been and what your thoughts were. Some of the things that you and your family, your friends have done,
Mhm.
whether you're military, whether you're civilian, it doesn't matter. We like to hear from you. So throw it in the comments. Post out on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Like, share, all those things.
Subscribe.
You
always forget that one.
I do. I don't know why. Yeah. Subscribe, especially YouTube and Spotify. So fun fact real quick, and then we'll end this.
All right.
So we are over 1,200 followers.
Right now?
1,200 followers.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
So much. It is wild how fast this has grown. Every week we get more and more. So thank you all for supporting us.
Thank you so much.
This is just as much. Actually, I think it's more fun for us than it even is for y'all. But we appreciate y'all. We're going to continue doing this as long as we can. I don't want to say forever because forever is a long ass time, but for a very long time.
Yeah.
So thank you all. We're going to wrap this up. Y'all have a great rest of your week, and we'll catch you later.
Take care, y'all.